9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What are you looking at, Six Eyes? I don't know where I was going with that bit. Anyway, hello, welcome back. Welcome to Astrial, a homebrew campaign created by yours truly. Last session, the party, I just had a mental mind blank, but the party basically was at the Quartz Manor, had a bit of a recuperation after the council meeting, seeing that Azura had passed out from the vision they had at the council. Black ended up summoning Winter from Hawes, as well as I gotta remember their names. It's been a little while now. But yeah, they were summoned to basically apprehend Black for quote unquote stealing. Basically, it was just a ploy to get them there to the manor. When arriving, they had the conversation between the others about the vision, as well as the group of the moon side of the cult of the Order of the Sun and Moon. They discussed about the members of the elite, being the third moon as well as the first moon. Additionally, they had the conversation giving her all that information about there being an elite of the elite, as well as the leader of the whole cult. Additionally to that, after they ployed that, they went to what do you call it? Ozone's home, one of the council members, and decided to have a good conversation with her, and then chase down her son, the Stalker. Ended up blowing the house up. And yeah, after that, they headed to Rook's office to go steal the deeds, where they had snuck in successfully into Rook's office and found Rook emerging from the stone. That is where we had left the last session, and that is where we'll be starting tonight. Howdy.
Oh. Hey, howdy.
So, yeah, that Mel's joined. So, last session you guys had basically recuperated at the Quartz Manor after the council meeting, summoning Winter to basically apprehend Black, quote unquote, for stealing. And then declared that it was for good intentions, and that you needed, needed to explain the situation to her. Now, once all that conversation was done, you guys decided to head to Ozone's place, one of the council members. Basically, once you arrived, had a good conversation with Ozone about her son being a stalker. And then
fuck that guy.
The other
and beat the life
members
out of Rook.
chased down them, and there was a whole beating down of Rook as well, who was also at this council member's home. Additionally to that, you guys had Blown her house up.
She blew herself.
She blew it up herself.
She blew
did
it up
blow
herself.
I will admit.
She was like, "Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna set off a random spell. I don't know what the fuck it does.
Yeah.
Let's
Don't
just
put
do
that
that."
on us.
Yeah, you're not putting that on us. That was not our
Definitely
fault.
didn't do it. It was her fault.
Yeah.
She's the domestic terrorist.
Right. So, secondly to that, you
Which
guys
is what knocked Rook down.
once head off from there after tying up Rook and dealing with the stalker. You guys had left Ozone's place to head to Rook's office to go collect the deed to Azura's farm. Once arriving, you guys had successfully snuck in and entered Rook's office after a little bit of fluffing about trying to find his office. You had acquired the deed, and as you had passed it towards Black, you hear the sound of the stone being scraped and all these sounds of the stone creaking and all that sort of things, and a voice which, turning towards, you saw Rook, who had emerged from the stone. And that is where we had left last session. So that is where we are starting now. So, you basically, Lucinia and Black, you guys would probably turn to see Rook standing there. For Black, you're still invisible. But he kind of knows you're there, but doesn't know exact location. For Lucinia, he's staring directly at you, and yeah, he says, "So, give me that deed, and I will propose a deal."
What deed? I don't have anything.
I know you passed it to someone in this room.
There's no one else in. There's no one else here.
I've been watching you for quite a while now. There's no point in lying.
Can I even be heard right now?
Yeah, sorry, I was just finishing my thing.
Yeah. I'm going to tap my foot on the ground twice to signal to Black to sneak out. This would come under Thieves' Cant as like a non-verbal communication. So,
Are we in initiative?
No. Not until an attack happens, then I'll put you guys into initiative. However, treat it like you're in initiative, so like, take an action.
For the sake
and
of...
yeah.
As you get to the door, you thud into something, so about here. You thud into something. That is when you basically... I'm going to take a athletics, probably. Yeah, it's athletics. I've got to try and remember the grapple action.
Yeah, it's athletics.
I guess -1.
-1 on athletics. What's a 0? Don't even bother. So you like basically just hear this sound of like someone going to try and grab you, but you just like step back.
They fumble and fall to the ground too.
Yeah. You just hear the sound of a thud on the ground. I'll do that actually. That does sound quite pretty good.
I mean, they are trying to catch a literal cat.
Yeah.
I suggest your friend to not leave.
What? So I can... What? So you can... let's see. What's happened for the past few people that we've had to deal with? They broke a crystal and disappeared. What, are you going to run away like the rest of them?
I don't know of these crystals you speak of. But I'm in my office, and you are an intruder.
An intruder?
Yes, you have broken into my office, you see. All I have to do is just yell out, and guards will come running to my aid.
Sorry, I didn't see your name on the door.
That is an obvious lie.
So, you won't leave without taking
Just gonna like move
the
up to here,
deeds, and
just lean against the couch.
so you won't leave us alone without taking the deed. Is that correct?
Well, yes. It is my property after all.
Property that you forged and stole.
Where's your proof?
Have you ever heard of a court of law? Surely
Yes,
such
I am
things exist here.
fully aware. But you see, I have signed paperwork that has her
Signed
name on it.
Yes, once again, that you have forged. Surely forgery is against the laws here.
Like, can you do a perception check?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Deception, where is that? That's there. Nice, a 21.
Okay, I'll give you a lot of information then. So his eyes are kind of flickering to over here and over here.
Right. Hmm.
Probably like as like he's doing that, he's also like doing a very subtle point. To the one towards the door.
Alright, I am going to I'm gonna hold the dodge action.
Mhm.
Just in case.
Yep.
question. How long has it been?
Since the conversation, presumably.
Gotta think. You guys came in. You casted that spell when you got to the place, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Okay, I need to also switch back to the live screen before I forget. Come on, switch over. Yep. Oop. It's good. Are we good? We're good. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say you guys had a bit of piss farting searching in that place. You had yada yada. I'd say you probably have like 10 rounds, so a full minute.
Okay. Good.
Looks like you know it's nearing.
So it seems we're at an impasse. Because because I don't have what you want.
Don't go too far, Blue. Well, I know one of you have it, but here's the thing. You're in my office. All I have to do is, well, call out, you see, and guards will come running into this office to come rescue me and apprehend any intruder. I don't have to tell them the honest truth. And who are they going to believe? The intruder? Or the person who owns the building?
Perhaps you're right. But at this point, there's nothing I can really do. And I'm sure there's nothing you can do either.
Well, you're not wrong.
Now, I must ask.
Because he's still injured from before.
Now, I must ask this. How did you get here so quickly?
What do you mean? I was always here.
Always here. So you're telling me that, what, you have a body double that was hanging around your friend's place? Yes, I had a feeling that was the case.
So tell me then, how on earth do you think you're going to... Sorry, how on Astral would you think you could possibly escape this building without, let's say, raising the alarm? Now that I've caught you in the act, what are you going to do? Are you going to be the Good Samaritan and turn yourself in for trespassing, stealing of property? What else could I put onto your very fast-growing leisure of... Oh, I know. Let's also get you for attempted murder.
Attempted murder? I haven't lifted a finger against anyone here.
Well, you did attack my golem.
I did not attack such a thing. I merely pushed him over. Everything else was done by her. Ozone.
Yes, additionally, you assaulted me. I could always get that small child who did assault me. Like you are welcome to move an additional 15 feet.
Perhaps we could just both forget that we saw each other here.
Wouldn't that be lovely for you, not me?
Of course, I only have my own interest in mind.
Of course, of course.
Also, you keep saying that I stole something from you. I stole nothing.
I have been watching you ever since you stepped foot in my office.
Yes, and I never took anything out of your office. Therefore, it's not stealing.
Well, you opened my drawer, you see, and then proceeded to take that document and hand it to your invisible friend, who's probably already left this room.
This is getting a little annoying and dragged out, if I must say. I'm sure you would agree.
Well, yes, I am getting a bit tired of this conversation. But you see, I'm just doing my best to get my friends here in front of you. And you're gonna feel someone try and grapple you. Can you do a athletics or acrobatics, please?
Hang on, let me just double check the rules for grapple.
The person who's being grappled is it's either athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, it has to be in athletics if it's the attacker. Yeah.
Question: would he get advantage because he did say he knew someone was in the room and he was using a dodge every single time?
Yeah. The just a
I
constant dodge action
think it would probably get cancelled out.
due to invisibility. Yeah.
Thought I'd put it out there.
No, fair enough. Thanks for help, trying to help at least.
Yeah, appreciated. So what did you roll?
A 24.
Yes, easily. Like, you can feel like someone basically grab you, because obviously you can't see when they're coming, so you feel them like grab onto your arm, and then you just like snap it off with like a quick hand, with like probably a quick karate chop or something like that. And you can hear like a sound of someone like, and then the invisibility snaps out because obviously they've now taken an attack action, because that is a grapple. Can they go invisible? Why is it not working? Come on. Okay. I'm clicking the wrong button. There we go. So yeah, basically you see a moon assassin standing in front of you.
Well, I saw that one coming.
Whoa.
Alright.
So surprising.
Well,
You also get the sense that there is someone standing directly behind you.
yep. Well, I guess I must make my leave. I will use the cunning action to disengage. With both of them, of course.
I was gonna say jump into initiative, because
Oh,
like that was his surprise attack. And this is now initiative.
yep.
Well, this is where you can jump into initiative as well. I have got your things in initiative order. There you go.
I rolled a 22.
22, was it?
Yep.
And what's your dex again?
Dex.
18. What did you roll, Sinia?
A 23. Sorry to one up you.
23, was it? And what was your
Yes.
dex?
16.
Yep. So you are in first initiative. Alright.
Yeah.
You've got 9 rounds on the invisibility as well.
Alrighty, let's see.
Check back in chat. Alright.
Yeah, I'm going to use the cunning action to disengage.
Mhm.
And how far can I make it? About there. Let me just 10.
Question is, are you going to be hugging the left or the right side of the wall? Because you wouldn't know black's there.
Okay, so I gotta. Yeah. So I can go 80 feet this turn. I'm trying to just calculate my path. So 10 there. Ten there. So 10, 20, 30. So that's 10. That's 20. 5, 10, 15. So that's 20, 35 there. So this would be 40. Then taking the dash action, that's another 10.
Here on the top of the stairs, you can see down the stairs, so there's 2 guards directly down those stairs. So
And
before,
this 30.
are you just going to run straight past these guards?
Pretty much.
Okay. That will mean they go straight into that initiative then. So I was going to say, if you stay up the top of the stairs, they would have probably been on the next round before they get to react.
So yeah, I can make it to here.
Yeah, you probably hear, like, as you're running past, like, you can hear the guards are just like, yeah, the door was wide open. I closed it and locked it. And then that's when you, like, run down the stairs and they're just like, what the hell? Alright.
Fucking you.
Yeah.
Jesus. You got out of that room so quickly.
Oh yeah.
It's like, okay, time for me to go. Boom.
That's what unarmored movement is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black, you're good.
Yes.
Like, it's just been, like, making their way out of here.
Yeah, slowly. Yeah.
It's just, meanwhile, just noom past. It's like, okay, time to go.
Yeah, the reason why I got you to do 50 movement speed was because I halved it because you're sneaking, because you've got to obviously be sneaking out.
Yeah. I mean, I can just fucking run out and they'll never hear my footsteps.
Kind of.
And then,
At least not over mine.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
they'd be distracted
The
by me.
tiny tippy taps of a cat is so much less than the thuds of a humanoid.
You can move through allies, by the way.
I'm gonna go through walls? Let's go.
Allies! Allies! Not walls!
Walls? I heard walls.
Yeah, I had walls as well.
You're being my, like,
That's kind of weird.
Bullies.
Taking the dash action.
Yep.
Then
You
I have
dashing as
a
well.
10.
So you just see these guards and they're just like, what? Now there's a cat!
Well, they don't even fucking see me. I'm still invisible.
Yeah, it'll probably just be like, what the hell was that?
What was that noise?
What?
Did you hear that?
It's been the
Must
wind.
have been the wind.
that person there?
Stop! You violated the law.
Oh,
Huh.
it's been a good time, so I had a good brawl. You pathetic worm!
Like,
Now, as long as they're not a high-level monk, we should be fine.
No, they're a fucking assassin, and they can move fast as shit.
They make a move fast.
Alright, so... How far to the door?
Yeah, so...
50.
Far.
How
Yeah,
far
50.
is the...
And then I can move another 30 feet after. You know, provided the door is still unlocked.
From, like, up the stairs, you just hear... Guards! Intruders!
The guards are like,
And
yeah,
then
we
also
know,
yells
bitch!
Out, like, assassins as well!
whose voice was that?
Motherfucker!
Come on, we're not assassins. Do
No,
you
he's
see a
told me
blade
about
on
the.
me?
I was wondering
They
if he was
see
like
a
looking at
masked
the assassins in his room.
So the guard's like, just like,
How dare you? She has a condition.
I haven't seen a person up the stairs yet, so they'll
Yeah,
move
it's
up
called
to-
social anxiety.
My god, are they gonna see the sun and moon assassin and then just.
Like,
Yeah, that's
try
what
to
I was
move
thinking.
up
Like, they
past
see them
you
and go, "Hey!"
into you, Black, so they would flood into you.
Uh huh.
It's like they're trying to like move around to cut off Lucinia, but they flood into you, and they're just like, "What? There's something here."
Uh huh.
You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, try and
They're
hit me
trying to stab you
motherfuckers.
with the spear, and it's gonna be a
Uh-huh.
7, so that's a miss.
Uh huh.
That was gonna be attacking Lucinia, so that's all good.
Yep. I just do a slide.
Slide to the left.
Slide.
To
Do
the
that.
right.
Crisscross.
Crisscross.
Crisscross. Now, cha-cha, who smells? I'm saying.
We share a brain cell. We're very sorry.
You guys have a dual mind, I swear.
My cat brain cell is really coming into play here.
Up to you, Lucinia. And use that spear as well. Like, this one's actively trying to aim for your legs, so I'm gonna roll for disadvantage. That is a nat one, so that's gonna miss.
Nice.
Like, he tries to stab you in your foot, but you like quickly move it out of the way.
Just a
so
quick
yeah.
little. Yep. Okay. I am once again going to disengage using the cunning action.
Mhm.
And then absolutely leg it towards the door.
Leg it. Fucking
Leg it, Lanius,
send it,
from-
mate. Gnome it.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Look back to black, I suppose.
You don't see me, fuck you.
You don't see black.
You don't
You don't
see
know
me.
black's there.
Fuck. You don't know shit.
Okay.
You just gotta pray and hope that Black is out of here.
I
No.
am going to.
You had the realization yet?
No, I
Yep.
know. I suppose I could quickly pick the lock.
Yeah.
Do it.
It's one of those two-way locks, if you didn't guess. It's like the old-fashioned key locks where it's both ways.
Yeah, I could probably try and pick the lock.
I have
Oh,
invented
better.
the one-way lock, but it just hasn't been used in this building.
The other option I have is to
Bust through the door
bust through the window. I was
or the
thinking.
window.
The wood.
The wooden paned window. This is gonna be fun.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why there's like little planks and shit against it.
Yeah.
Just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Squeeze
Do
through
it.
one of the. Squeeze it through one of the planks.
Also, we have 8 rounds on that invisibility.
Yeah. Alright, so I will attempt to speed pick the lock
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
as best I can.
Lock picking. This is gonna be good.
Well, it is possible. Have you seen the lockpicking lawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use
Yeah.
a
Get the
lock
lock
with
and
another
use
lock
another
to
lock
open
and
the
bang.
lock.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Use one of the guards' heads to open up the lock. Smack!
Like it comes
There
up
we
to you
go.
with like a sword, you step out of the way and like let them slash at it.
It perfectly lands in the lock and unlocks it.
Yeah.
Thank you, and then
so
just punch
check it
them
out.
in the face.
Like, what are you doing? Sorry, burp. Lock picking, go. It's not a hand. Plus your lock proficiency.
You have a lock picking kit?
Do you have lock
yes,
picking efficiency as well?
that comes under thieves' tools. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I am part rogue, so.
That's right, yeah.
My god, we love 2 rogues. Let's go.
Yeah.
We have 3 technically with the baby.
Yeah.
Mm.
A child.
And
The child.
but I'm trying to like get rid of my rogue stuff to all in on monk. But yeah, I will a nat 20 do it for a 25?
Nat 20. That will
Yeah.
definitely do. You just like basically like as you're just panicking, running up to this door, sort of like thing, quote unquote panicking. You just like put the like lockpick in, just like snap it round, instantly like getting all the pins up or whatever. Can't remember how old-fashioned locks work, but like you just chuck it in, pull it, be done.
Yep.
Door swings open. For reference,
And
they're
I'll
not
use-
here, I've just left their tokens there.
Yeah, I know. And I suppose I'll use the last of my movement, which would be
So far.
it's enough to like get out of the.
He said those to Sonic. He said those to Sonic. Oh my god.
No, I can say.
Sonic. That's gonna say Sonic.
You guys all right?
Yeah, we're thinking about something.
No, I'm not.
Black.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
There's also that one.
That was the one I first did!
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's
Oh, man.
beautiful. That's the holy grail right there.
Okay, my turn. My turn. I'm moving.
There's a collection!
Keyword?
Yeah, cunning action disengage. I mean,
Is that what
What you
Black
need
doing?
to, if you're in-
I'm invisible. I
Because
don't
that's a
need
bonus
to
action.
disengage.
That means you wouldn't get to dash, I think. That's an action.
I don't
No,
need.
Yeah.
it's
Don't
an
need
action
to.
dash.
Yeah, you guys
An action.
cutting action, yeah.
Because haha, rogue shit.
Yeah, rogues.
Exactly.
Like evil, cheeky bastards.
Haha, fuck
I'm
you.
just
We
seeing
ruin
all
your
of the
plans.
posts. I'm sorry, I'm just seeing all the things right now.
It's a great plan. I'm loving it. Just run for it.
I
That's
want
a great
more.
plan.
I can still move further.
Like the only one that's
yes, I
identified
can.
is like Licinia.
Move there. As Black runs out the door, she's going to shut the door as hard as possible, making sure that it locks.
So they have to struggle with the key.
Yep.
Yeah. At this point, I'm like off map
Yep.
as well.
How much movement do you have left? Like, I'm probably going to declare you quite far once it gets back to your turn, but yeah.
I think I had like maybe 10 to 20 feet. No, I had 10. I had 10 feet of movement left.
That's gonna be like 15 to there. Guard's gonna take a swing at them as he runs past.
Oh, really?
Well, there's masked figures in here. They don't know who these are.
Fair enough.
That will get them as well, so that is going to do all 7 damage to his paws. He just can't see past, but he will take a swing back at him. That's a dead guard.
Alright, so the Order of the Sun and Moon Assassins are going to be vilified within their own ranks, it seems.
I'm just trying to think how much range this has. How much range is that? It's going to be at long range, if I'm correct. That'll be at long range, so that's going to be
What?
disadvantage.
What is going to shoot through the window at us?
Yep. It's going to be 8, fortunately enough. You just hear the sound of a thunderous crack and then an arc of lightning just shoot past your head, like whizzing by. A sound of like the window shattering as well, but this thunderous boom echoes through the night. And you hear a voice just yelling, "Run, you coward!"
Bastard can't aim for shit. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Arr, who is
Hmm.
dead? That one. Can't see you guys through the window, so they are going to take a dash action. God is just gonna like run up and try and take a swing at this assassin. This I'm only doing this because this will determine if they can get a body. That's a 7, so that's a miss. Lacinia. And also it's a good way of keeping track of Black's thingy.
Yeah. So I am going to slow down a bit, just enough for Black Knight to catch up. And basically like try to grab Black Knight so that, because I run faster than she does.
So you're just like,
Yeah.
how to imagine this is you've like opened your arms, like quote unquote for a hug, and that's your indicator.
Yeah,
Right,
more or
giving
less.
you like 30 feet plus, so then it's supposed to be used for telling if you're flying and stuff like that. But I'm using it so that way we know how far from the map you are.
Oh yeah.
Black.
Yes.
Your turn.
Yes, Papa. There.
Yeah,
What?
basically just like
15,
to me.
yeah. Okay, yeah, basically. I get to Licinia, and Licinia just feels something just latch onto their back.
That works. Yeah, and then I'll make a run for the back to the manor.
Yeah, so it's basically the scene of like Black just like grabs like Licinia's arm and does that sort of like whip round onto the back.
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, you guys are quite quick. They're not going to be able to catch up to you, so I'm going to drop you guys out of initiative.
Yep.
You would take another shot, so I'm going to do one more single shot, because he does have good range in that. That's an 8. So that's going to be a miss again. So, like, you just hear another shot just as it, like, shoots by your head again. The faint sound of Rook again, just like, I will have my revenge.
I'm sorry, but we're having too much fun with this.
Okay, so we'll end. Eventually your invisibility will run out as the minute ends.
Yep.
But yeah, like, obviously the sound of shots, like, you guys are having to duck through alleys and stuff like that to get back to the manor. Like, you can hear guards yelling out, over this way, and stuff like that. I see one of them, and then, like, they would run over to that direction. But yeah, so it's just a matter of just sitting to the shadows. I'm not going to get you guys to do rolls because there's no point. But like, so you guys are pretty good high rolling at stealth. These guards are terrible at spotting. They are horrid.
Am I?
You have like a plus.
Am I?
Is that in my one? That's hilarious.
Am I something?
Don't worry. I mean, you guys are using the darkness, so you guys would have advantage and shit like that. Your advantage. You're a cat that's wearing black, and your clothes are black. Licinia may be wearing white, but like you're a master of the shadows.
I got a bloody dirty 20 anyway.
Yeah, like the guards are all like sitting there. They're quite distracted because they're obviously focusing on like Rook's office and stuff like that. So you eventually arrive back to the manor, which is just slightly out of town, of the upper class district. You eventually arrive, and yeah, we'll pan back to the manor. If I can activate that map. Come on, activate. There we go. Is it activate? It's supposed to be activating. There we go. I need to get you guys on the right area. So where would so they're obviously down over here. Where would everyone be? So Maven would be probably upstairs. In the bedroom. Brute?
Hello.
I was asking you the question of like whereabouts would you be?
I mean, I probably would have come through the door with Maven at some point, wouldn't I?
Yeah, it's like...
Because we came back from the thing, we knew they were about to go in.
Yeah, I'll do that first. Then I need to get... Rose would be in her bedroom. Where would be Ruby? Jackie?
Bedroom.
With Hilda.
I am dead. but bedroom.
Bedroom? Alright, you're in the bedroom. Alright, cool.
Man, I'm
I'm
dead.
actually deceased, like exactly what Taylor Swift just said. Dead, deceased. I died, dead.
Okay, you're dead, alright.
It's
Please roll up
not
a new
not the
stat. Shoot.
but you know what I
Hmm.
mean. Have you seen the chat? Like our little chat, private chat?
Yeah, it's a bit
Milo, stop.
everything.
Right,
I've sent Cypher some more. Don't worry about
right,
it.
anyway, so you're in your room, okay. So yeah, Debris, you walk inside. No one's around in the main entrance. They've probably finally cleaned up the number 3 on the ground there.
Finally got a mop over there.
Yeah. Well, Reginald hasn't been able to get really around, and he's finally had some time to recuperate. But yeah, you arrive. Maven's like basically huffing and puffing because she was like running. And you've had to try and keep up with her. Which is pretty easy because she's tiny. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. Alright. Give me a second. Okay. I'm good. Alright. Where is everyone?
So, I think that people are inside somewhere. In their rooms, probably.
Uh-huh.
Which... Alright, do you want something to eat?
I mean... What's on offer?
Good question, let's go to the kitchen and find out.
Okay.
Let's go! No. I'm imagining that Maven's like got my hand and like pulling me along.
Yum. That's pretty much how it would go. So yeah, she drags you in, looks around.
Right. Wait, is it? What time is it? Is the chef gone for the day?
Chef would be gone. It's like pretty late at night. You guys would probably arrive, and it's about, I'd say, 10ish.
Alright. Let's have a look around, see if we can make something then.
Okay. I'll search the cupboards. And she like walks over and like starts opening cupboards.
Alright. Have a look over here then. That looks like there's goldfish.
Yeah, like there's fresh fish that he's laid out, and it's like proceeded to be cutting and stuff like that.
Do you see potatoes?
Potatoes.
They're like these brown, lumpy looking things that are a root.
I see maybe one what you're talking about, but this one has like stringy bits on it.
I'm gonna come over and have a...
AKA it's roots, because it's trying to sprout.
Yeah, it's a bit
Oh,
older than usual.
this is just
Yeah.
a bit...
What
That
do you
was
mean?
I was a bit
Mandrake.
old. Is there any others in that same area like that aren't having the roots coming out of them? That look kind of the
No,
same?
this is one of the only ones.
Guess they're out of potatoes.
Oh, there's another
I
one,
was
but
gonna-
this one has a bit more.
Okay, that we can't use those because they're a bit too old for us to use if they're starting to grow.
Are you
you
sure? They're not
talking
squishy. She like starts squeezing them.
I was gonna make fish and chips.
Doesn't the brew have rations on him?
Yes, but you have a kitchen. Why the fuck would I not use the kitchen?
Rations are like jerky and dried things, and it's not the greatest of food. Like living
Yeah,
on rations is terrible.
I mean, is there a sweet potato?
Sweet potato.
It's the same thing, but kind of like a slightly different color, like a red color on the skin.
Yeah, there's plenty of those ones. She,
Alright,
starts
let's
pulling
grab-
down.
Alright, we're gonna need at least like 2 of them.
Well,
'Cause
there's,
I
like,
wanted to-
7.
Well, let's grab 2 of them.
Okay. And she like grabs
And
them.
grab out some flour.
Flour, that's the white powder, isn't it?
Yes.
She like dubs her hand in it and then slaps you, leaving a nice handprint.
Good form. And I like put some on my like finger and like tap her nose as I say that.
She like probably giggles and then just like sits there scrunching her nose, trying not to sneeze.
I'm gonna then grab some other ingredients out for like salt and some spices to put into the like paprika and stuff into the batter.
She's like bringing the flour over and then like finally sneezes and it just fluffs everywhere.
I'm gonna grab a couple and then just smear it on my face and like, yeah, okay, we match now. Now, back to the process at hand.
Looks over. Mhm.
Back to the process at hand. I'm also gonna look for a beer
Mhm.
or some ale to use for it, so we're making beer batter.
Yeah.
Is there any in the concoction?
Definitely in the cupboard pantry.
Okay. I grab some beer and I'm like, nah. I look over and I'm just like, don't tell anyone I'm using this.
Didn't like Rose say we could come in here and cook if we wanted?
Yes. I'll let you have 1 sip if you could.
Uh-huh.
Alright, sweet. And, I'm gonna walk her through making some of the beer batter and stuff like that for the chips and things, and have some fish as well that has been prepared, obviously. And then we get a big pot over here, and we fill it up with oil.
Yeah. She's probably like running around grabbing pans and stuff for you.
As we've got like a whole bunch of like powder on our face as well.
Yeah. Like, if you can imagine this small red-headed child with short hair, like her face is just pure white. There's like small patches of like flour in her hair. Her clothes are just pure white.
She's going white faced.
Yeah. For you, like you've got smears and like a handprint on your chest somewhere.
Got some in my hair as well, and also on my fingers. I've kind of like got all the batter and stuff mixed onto it because I've done it with my hands.
Yeah, there's like a pathway of like a trail of like flour on the floor and stuff like that because you guys haven't.
Look, we're not the most clean. We're not cleaning, but we get the job done. Okay.
Yeah. Do a survival check for cooking.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Let's just see how well you do it. You can roll with advantage because Maven will be helping.
Yay! 23. We're making the best fish and chips to ever exist.
You like you make pretty decent like fish and chips. Like the right crispiness. They like have the greatest of crunch. But yeah, you make a decent lot of fish and chips.
With sweet potato
Yeah,
chips.
sweet potato chips.
They're like, ah.
Maven like runs to the pantry and grabs some like salt. I've seen like people make this, but I've never had this, and they always use like some of this stuff and like
Called salt.
yeah, salt. That's the one.
What it does is it tastes salty. If you don't know what that tastes like, we're about to find out. Put a little bit on your finger and taste it.
Yeah, it tastes weird.
It does taste weird, but when you add it to chips, what it does is it makes the flavor just more, or just a bit better than what it was before. So try a chip without the salt, and then put some on it.
Okay, and she like takes a bite of one of the chips. Yeah, it's really sweet.
Yeah, add a bit of salt to it.
Okay, and then she like sprinkles it on the same chip that she's taking a bite from, and then like proceeds to bite it. Oh my god, this is so much more better. She like instantly
see
gobbles
what
it
I-
up.
You see, so what we're gonna do is I grab the bowl and then like add the salt to it and kind of mix it around
Yep,
so
just
it's
shaking
all
it
over.
about, yep.
Yeah, and then I hand it back to her. And that is how you make a good bowl of chips.
From now on, you are going to be my cook.
I'm sure you'll change your mind when the actual cook comes in, but this is just something that I like to make if I've got the ingredients for it.
Uh-huh. She's just nodding, is just like stuffing her face.
Do you want to sit down somewhere nice for this, or do you want to eat it here?
There was a dining room. We could eat in there.
Alright, let's take our fish and chips, and we'll come back and clean the kitchen later. Well, I could.
Yep.
You enjoy your meal.
For reference, you are leaving a trail as you're stepping out into the room. Like, a room.
Like, if there's a broom in here, I'm like kind of sweeping it to the side as we're going out.
Yep.
Is this the place that she's
Yeah.
gone? Yes, she has. Dig in, my baby. By the way, I'm talking to myself there.
Yep.
So, we're gonna have some dinner. Does anyone else want to go through what they were doing while we were making something to eat?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I got a perfect person to go into as we pan to the other end of the house and we scroll over Azura. Azura, if you're there.
Allowed to actually roleplay?
Yeah, you get to roleplay. It's great, honey. So, for you, all you can remember is these tendrils, like, wrapping out from the person on the throne, and then basically you see this one single, like, purpley black tendril straight towards your face, and then it, like, latches on. Your vision goes completely pure black. Then, as that happens, you sit there in a cold darkness. A sound of water rippling underneath your feet. It's cold, wet. It's horrible, in fact. You then look down at your feet. You realize the floor isn't water, it's blood. Pure blood. It's now staining into your clothes, staining onto your hands. You quickly, like, pull your hands up from, like, the water, because you were apparently leaning down on the ground, like, on your knees. And you bring your hands up and you look at your hands and they're just blood. Slowly pulling down your arms. Yeah, like, what is Azura doing in this sudden situation?
Trying to understand where the blood is coming from.
It seems to be, you're in, like, darkness, but, like, you can see, like, probably about a 5-foot radius around you. And then there's this pool of blood at your feet.
So she obviously can't feel. She's in no pain, right? So it's not from her, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It's not from you.
I feel like Azura, knowing she can't really see, and knowing she's got nothing on her to be able to see right now, she's just gonna start, like, sort of crawling in a direction. Feeling like her way of her hands, if you know what I'm saying.
So just trying to, like, use your hands to, like, walk where, because you're not in full darkness, I'm not going to say that, but, like, you just can only see in this 5-foot circle.
Yeah.
But, like, you're
trying
reaching
to find,
out,
like, a wall.
trying to find a wall, yep. It's like the blood is, as you're, like, taking steps, it feels like you're getting deeper and deeper as you move. So, like, slowly raising up your legs. You're reaching out, trying to find a wall, and then you hear a voice. You're not gonna find a way out of here. But I do like watching a small mouse run around like a chook with the head cut off. It amuses me. so much. I could let you roam free from my lovely snare, but you are too fun to play with. You're just my caged animal right now.
Nora's like face doesn't show any emotion, by the way.
Yeah. Tell me, did you lot succeed in hatching the other dragon? I'm curious.
Back in a minute.
Nora like blinks. And she just replies with, I'm sure you already know the answer.
You aren't wrong. I do know. In fact, we learnt about it quite quickly, as we had reports as well. You can then see a flash of like light illuminate the room, and you realize you're still standing in that exact same room you were in before. This corridor that opened up into a large room. The throne that you could see silhouetted in the like bay arch sort of window, and then sitting upon that throne with his arm just leaning against it. Interesting indeed. Tell me, do you plan on raising that to try and, I don't know, take down my master?
Zora just looks directly at them. Why would I answer your questions?
Well, I'm more intertwined with you now than you would like. So perhaps you should tell me something. 'Cause maybe I'll let you leave early.
Sure, let me leave early, because that's what you'd love to do, isn't it?
My master doesn't even know I managed to apprehend you yet.
And I'm back.
Snooping around somehow in my home.
Maybe there's things about us that you are yet to learn.
It has fascinated me on how you were there. You obviously weren't there physically, but you were there mentally. That's why I used my spell to apprehend your mind. Currently, you're in a stasis. Your physical body is wherever you are. But your mind is here with me.
No, you get kind of used to the dream state after a while.
See another flash of lightning, and he's suddenly not in the throne, but he's standing directly behind you, and he leans forward up to your ear. You see, I'm more capable than all of your friends and you combined. Yes, perhaps one day you'll be able to challenge me, and I'll be more than happy to take on that challenge. But Right now, and he like brushes a finger across your neck. Right now, you're small and frail, but your blood, it's not from this world. So yours would definitely taste interesting. But I am a kind man, so I'll let you go back to your pathetic little friends for now. But just remember, come here again, and he rubs the finger across your neck for one last time. One day, I will have what I want. And he licks his lips. And then your vision slowly fades back in, your eyes flicker open. And standing over your bed, like basically like a wing slash clawed hand, and resting it against the side of the bed, and you flicker awake.
I feel like Azora's definitely gonna like gasp awake, and the first thing her she does is her hand just goes to her neck and just sort of rubs against her, because that's a very sensual feeling.
Fair enough.
And then she will notice Winter and just take a deep breath.
Are you alright?
Winter. Yeah, I'm fine.
Your friends told me that you were hit by one of those beams in that vision you had.
Yeah. I couldn't budge out of the way in time.
Well, I hope you're alright. I had a mission, so I had to leave a little bit earlier, but I kind of left a sneaky little circle in your room. Just don't tell Rose. But she probably knows I'm here, I don't know, but I just wanted to come here and make sure that you're okay.
Okay, for now.
Well, I'm glad. Is there anything you need? Water? A drink? I can get it for you.
I think that'd be nice. And then she's gonna look around to see where Summer is.
Yeah, Summer would probably curl up on like one of the beds next to you. So I'll track down Summer's token for you. So I'll probably curl up on this bed for now.
Fair. Yeah. Azora just looks in Summer's direction and just kind of lets out like half a sigh of relief. Knowing that Summer is still with her for now. Yeah, she'll look like...
The others told me that Summer was kind of sad when you weren't waking up.
I believe we've made a connection, so...
Well, I'm glad that you have that connection. I have some news. As I did go on a mission just before, it was a short mission, but it was to look into... well, we did suspect that there would be more higher up, skilleder people in the cult, so we sent a couple people to investigate, me included. She pats you on the shoulder. I was the only survivor.
Zora just looks at her deeply. What happened? Are you okay?
Well, so from what Maven and Rose was saying, there's definitely a ranking system to these cultists. They call themselves the first, second, and third moon, and the first and second and third sun. They are the elite of the elite. We attempted to investigate into one of them, that being the second moon, a dragonborn. I can try and quickly draw up a picture if you wish, but it might take me a little bit. I'm not that great at drawing, but it's probably better than most.
It's alright, for now just finish explaining what happened.
Right, yes. Well, when we arrived, it was a secluded place, quite hidden. I'm gonna try and remember it on the map. It's up in the northwest of Astrial. I'm just gonna remember the continent. It was in Vokgalore, up in Astral Lore. Give me 2 seconds to get Astral Lore up, because I forgot to open it up.
Yeah.
And that one. Astral Lore, Astral Lore. Scroll down to the bottom. Oh, Zebaras. Is it Equan? No, not Equan. Other continents. I think it is. Continent of Murdos is a Sky Island continent. And
Yeah.
yeah, in Volsigalia. That's how you pronounce it. So I'm just trying to upload something so I can get the image up for you guys. Yes. It was right next to the very active volcano there. It was a small remote house that was built onto the lava fields. So it was quite difficult to get there, but he actually had a secret basement that led down into the volcano itself. So, bit of a trip, but fortunately enough we arrived, but it appears to be a gem dragon. We're not too sure. A gem dragonborn, possibly from the city of Ravnorth, I believe. Yes, Ravnorth. But the small group that was sent to investigate, we arrived. We had a look around. As we were looking around, we did uncover some extra clues. They do know about all of you, obviously. They know Maven is here with you lot, and that they are now in your care. But as we're investigating, the walls to this basement room, I don't know how to describe it, but They are lava. The walls of themselves are lava. They suddenly turned to solid obsidian and blasted pieces at us, killing 2 of us in an instant. There's no way we could respond in time. Me and, how do I put this, Hoove, my sidekick, I guess if you want to call him that, we tried our best to fight. I fortunately managed to get out of there unscathed, but Hoove stayed there to fight. I never got a response back, and he still hasn't turned up at the city. I've asked Raylin to message me when he gets back, if he does, but they lost contact with him, and I don't know if he's still alive, or if they've captured him, or what.
Zora opened her arms to hug Winter.
She probably hesitantly hugs you, but yeah. I'm still a little bit shaken up, to be honest. It's just, I've never seen someone so powerful. His
Back in a minute.
magic was immense. And she's been sitting there drawing up this picture, which she does eventually finish. Looks like that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so like this heavily armored person, but like basically appears to be a gem dragonborn with like this glowing sort of gem for their mane.
Yeah. I feel like Azora, like, once Winter finishes talking, like, look at her, obviously still embracing her. The second moon must have been scary. I can sympathize and understand, the reason why I didn't wake up. The first moon had my mind.
I'll let the people down in the Order of the Golden Rose know then that you had direct contact with the first moon. I mean, I know little bits and pieces already, but I'll let them know that you are awake and that you've had direct contact. Perhaps they can send someone to help cleanse that, so that way he can't re-access your mind. But yes, she looks at the floor for a second. Yes, I probably should get back to Hawes. I'll probably have to head to the upclass district and use teleportation though. Hopefully they let me through. I mean, I am a royal knight of Hawes.
Yeah. Winter, before you go,
Mm-hmm.
I spoke with my grandparents.
Yes, how did that go?
Turns out I'm not from this world.
Oh! Well, wow, I mean, I'm not shocked, but I'm also a little bit shocked, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Wow. So you're not from this world, like, Astrial, in general?
I came from space.
Wow. And you're so are you still technically a Ganassi?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know yet. I've still got to do research, try and figure it out, but I kind of saw a dream state of how I ended up here, and
Right.
my grandparents told me about how they found me.
Right.
I
Well,
think I saw a vision of possibly my mother and father.
so someone that is your father. Interesting. And you haven't seen a vision of who your mother is?
It was mother and father together, wasn't it?
So the mother was out of view, but you heard her voice. And then but obviously it was gibberish because you're a baby, you're not going to remember what those words mean. And your father you saw directly, I think it was. No, it was the mother, it was the other way around.
So I've seen the mother because
Yeah.
that image.
Yeah, I sent you that image, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I saw my mother. I heard my father's voice. He was kind of in the background.
Right. Well, if you learn anything more about your real parents, let me know. I'm happy to research if you want me to. I might even research old Ganassis for you and see what comes up. I know I said that there wasn't anything, but we've had recent access to some of the old libraries. That being Railstorms, and we've recently discovered in Chillfrost, actually, one of their old libraries, so perhaps we can find something.
Zora will just gently nod. Yeah, okay. That sounds great. Winter.
No problem. Anyway, I can't really use my teleportation circle. I did use that magic to get here. I guess I'll have to just head to the teleportation in the Uppercast district, which is going to be a bit of an awkward conversation, but hopefully no one notices me leave.
Good luck. Be safe, please, Winter. I really don't want to hear that something's happened to you.
I'll try to be. But, I guess there's no way I can promise, but, which is quite saddening, actually. You be safe, too.
As you know, I'll have to try my best. We got Summer here and Maven look after us, so we're already in danger. We'll be as safe as we can.
Well, you're in double the danger because you have both. But I believe you lot can protect them both. And, I mean, from what I hear, Summer's already done that. Anyway, I should get going. And she turns towards the door. Feel free to go find your friends, though. I'm sure someone might be still awake. I remember them declaring that they were going to go try and cut herself off. You know, maybe you should ask them.
Okay.
Anyway, rest well. She
Bye, Winter.
steps out.
Yeah. Bye, Winter. And then, like, as Winter leaves, Azura will, like, slowly get up. And then she'll go over to the other bed and pat Summer. And just softly, like, whisper, thanks, Summer. I promise to look after you just as much as... I promise to look after you just like you look after me.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm assuming you want to cut to somebody else.
Ruby, you were just heading to bed, weren't you?
Yeah, she was. Ruby was. What's it called? Writing the note. You know, the letter.
Right.
And then she's heading to bed right after the letter.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Lucinier and Black, then you can head over
Yep.
to the door.
Well, we certainly know who's bad in this situation. I think it's best if we tell Rose that Finger's working with the people that's trying to hunt us.
Yes, that would be wise. Shall I leave that to you?
Fine. You go rest up. Ruby!
You're looking for Rose, aren't you?
Rose!
Close enough.
Close enough!
One of you.
One of you, what are you?
Probably from upstairs, like Rose and then Reginald stepping down, coming down to the front. Oh, you're back. Excellent.
We have information that I don't think you're going to be too happy about.
Right.
No.
Please give us this information quite,
You know those assassins?
The assassins? Which ones are we talking about? The moon
Moon
assassins,
ones.
right?
Sun.
yes.
Yeah.
The one that almost killed our friend here.
I almost killed you, Reginald.
Did you encounter the third moon?
But third moon, no.
I don't believe it was third moon, no, but I believe that, fuck, what's his name? What's that guy's name? What's the fat guy's name?
Rook.
Rook.
We highly suspect that Rook's working. As he did have two of them.
And by highly suspect, we mean we can confirm with certainty.
We also have the deed.
Oh, yes, that too.
Yeah. Right. Well, come closer from the door. You don't have to be standing in the doorway, guys. So, Rook is working with what? The Order of the Cults? It's the Order of the Sun and Moon, whatever they call themselves.
Yeah, I think so.
And you are certain of this?
I mean, we're highly suspicious of it. Yeah, I mean, he has a fucking magic door in his office.
Roll a persuasion with advantage.
Aha. Persuasion.
She believes you, but she doesn't believe you fully.
Aha.
Well, looks to Reginald. Reginald kind of like has that sort of look of possibilities are there. Well, if Reginald, do you believe them? Well, madam, I do believe. Looks to the both of you. They have been through quite a bit by the looks of it. They don't have any.
I can't lie to you. With this thing on, I cannot lie to anybody.
Well, I guess that does prove another factor, as Winter isn't here, as well as Hoove, but, fine, I believe you.
I can send them if you want me to.
I don't need to do that.
Hoove's dead body just teleports in.
Oh, dead body in here. We have to clean it up.
We're not a chaotic party, we do swear.
Nice.
Well,
Oh, right. And the hymn that was in Lava Lady's house is
okay.
apparently a dummy.
Rook. Gollum.
Yes, the
Dummy.
was a-
What do you mean by dummy? Do you mean what? Some sort of clone? I don't know.
Yes.
like a body double or a golem made to look like him.
Oh,
I think he said.
a golem.
Pretty sure if you look in his basement, he'll probably have more. Well, his
Most likely.
basement of the house, the fucking basement to his office. Weird.
Right. Well, looks to Reginald. Reginald, I think it's time. Time, madam. Are you sure? I've been holding it from them for quite a while now, and I wanted to keep it a secret for as long as possible, but I think maybe we should take them, as it would be a good, excellent place for them to practice and train.
What's going on?
And that way we can speak a lot more privately. Look, give me a second. Everyone hears this as it all echoes throughout the house. Everyone, I require you to immediately come to the front entrance as I have something important to show you.
Fish and chips we have left, I'm gonna shovel as much of my plate into my mouth and make my way out.
Like, Maven does the exact same thing.
Ruby jumps out of bed and is like, oh my god, what's now? Every time I want to go to freaking sleep.
Azora just picks up Summer and places Summer into the hood. Oh, I guess everybody can find out I'm awake now. And starts walking down there.
Hello.
Hi.
Well,
Could you just up here?
The beauty are here.
I'm coming, Maven.
Maven will walk over. Sorry, I haven't moved her fully. Is everyone else here? Where's Ruby?
I don't want to throw
Maven
you
is
out.
still. Me and Maven are still in
Ruby's,
fucking powder.
Ruby's just like dawdling down.
The
At any
nightgown.
pace, you know.
Just so tired, you
She
know.
floats down the stairs.
Floats down the stairs, yeah, in a haze.
Falls down.
She doesn't egg, and
was
actually
it-
she'll just jump off the edge and just like cast levitate and just float down.
Alright, she's here.
She has arrived.
Ruby has arrived in absolute beauty, in a beautiful,
Everyone is
beautiful
here.
mighty.
Oh, and she like hears Azura coming up behind. Azura, you're awake. Excellent. Well, come here, dear. I have something very important to share you. She walks over towards these stairs in particular. Walks up to the edge, and basically reaches underneath the handrail, and then like feels around, presses like a little button on it, and the stairs suddenly just open. Like basically like the stairs drop down, creating new stairs. And you can see what appears to be a stone pathway of like little stairs heading down into the darkness. As like this happens, it suddenly illuminates the corridor, and it's this long ass corridor that heads down, eventually creating a sort of like loop round on itself down towards the bottom of what you can see. But yeah. Well,
Secret room.
Ruby just walks like it's normal.
feel free to head
If she does.
down.
Ugh.
Apple, your house is a fucking temple, mate.
Hmm.
Well, you're not
I'm
wrong.
surprised me and Maven didn't find this.
Well, I made sure of it.
I suppose I should mention that I'm probably wanted by the authorities at this point too.
Oh,
That would be
yeah.
excellent to know about.
Yeah, he's kind of worried. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna want to hide him somewhere for a while.
Well, you're welcome to stay down here now that I've showed you it.
A mask
Wait.
for your mask?
Why didn't we just fucking hide down here when the assassins came?
Well, that's the problem. If I had hidden you down here, you're obviously having this conversation. You walk down. If I hidden you down here, the barrier doesn't really penetrate it. That's the downside to it. So our protective barrier, you would eventually walk through it as you're walking down here. So yes, Reginald actually kind of like darts past you guys and like starts jogging down the stairs.
Don't trip. Please, for the love of
Reginald's
fucking
still
God.
injured!
Reginald's got to be like a level 20 monk with that fucking movement speed.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Back in a minute.
Forget Reginald was assassin.
Yep. Oh, the Devil's Tongue.
He was?
Yep.
Yeah.
I told you this earlier, Blue.
Yeah.
He's a part of the
He
Devil's
was an
Tongue.
assassin.
An ex-assassin of the legendary guild known as the Devil's Tongue, also known for their non-lethal poison, the Devil's Tongue, able to knock someone out and put them into a coma, lasting till the antidote is administered.
They were basically non-lethal assassins,
Yeah.
but aiming to kill.
And yes, like you guys head down to this basement. It feels like ages as you guys are heading down. But yeah.
Zora's at the back of the pack.
Oh, you're at the back. Okay, I'll switch you around then. I need a... There we go.
I don't remember. Zora's only just woken
Basically,
up in
as
his
you so like
reality.
it would be it would be the 10 feet sort of radius, right? It eventually expands outwards, creating this massive like corridor with stairs, which opens down into here. Reginald, I need to remove.
I can see clearly.
Now the rain has gone.
Now, is there a key for this door, or do we have to break in?
Well, for starters, Reginald did run ahead, so he would have unlocked it. So, what do you look at that, dear? Yeah, it opens up into
That's
a
no fun!
long corridor. Welcome to
Yep.
have a look. Maven, you're welcome to walk with me. Maven, like, grabs her hand.
Make sure to squeeze her hand if you feel scared.
Is this
I
place?
just snuck through before that door closed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to close it on you.
Hang on.
But yeah.
This is a training ground.
Yes, so for a quick reference, before you all run around and have a field trip, I'm not stopping you,
Sorry.
but this used to be where me and my husband used to come when we were adventurers. I will tell you in time, just I'm not too ready, but my adventurer group, it's a story I don't like getting into too much detail, but
I give her a look of understanding.
Yeah. This is where we used to train. So these two rooms here, the one on the left, and she gestures to the room on the left. This was our training room for fighters, like looks to you, Debrew, and probably you, Licinia, would be the closest, as well as Azura.
Say, what about the barbarian of the group?
Yeah, like looks to you three, and then it's like you lot would probably benefit from this more, but that room would definitely suit you lot. There's a straight ahead. If you look in, you'll see these small poles with sticks on the end. They rotate. You can turn it on, and your goal is to run through the center without being hit. So it's more of a dexterity course. You can use martial arts to block it if you wish. That's a different setting, but it's good for practicing your quick movement. There's also an archery range, as well as an armory, and some training dummies you can practice on. The room to my right, and she gestures to the other room, that's more your magic users. So, more of you, dear. Ruby, wherever you went.
Literally underneath. I didn't mean to get underneath. Oh my god.
She just like slides through her mother's legs while she's walking around.
Yeah. Well, this one would probably better suit you, dear. Maven, you might benefit from it as well. I know you use magic from what I heard. Looks you up and down, Debrew. You could possibly use magic, I believe, so you might benefit from that room as well. But, come with me, and she gestures you guys up the corridor.
Huh?
We won't
That's
go through the
fine.
room at the end yet, but, the room down the right corridor here, that is an alchemy room, so anyone who wants to specialize in alchemy, you're welcome to learn how to create potions and stuff like that in there.
Noted.
I'm not quite as proficient as my husband once was, but maybe if you ask Reginald, he might teach you.
I'm already somewhat proficient, so
Well,
I
I'm
could
glad.
teach someone.
In that room is a storage room. Don't worry about that. Mind your step when you come through here. There is a bit of a hole. You can feel the wind as you like step into this area. Slightly moving over.
Give me a sec.
Over here, you have you teenagers would call it parkour. But my era, we just call it jumping across ledges and stuff like that.
Buckle.
But this would be your training for that. So this would be better suited for you, Black. Maybe you too, Licinia. But basically your goal is to jump to each pillar and make it to the other platform where the lever is, and then you flick that lever, it will make a nice lovely chime sort of sound and create a bridge for you to get back. Feel free to have a look over the edge. There is the ocean below, on the lowlands.
Is this where you just used to fucking kick your prisoners down?
Well, we'll get to that in a second, dear. She walks over here.
Just a, good old Sparta kick.
The room to my left is basically a bedroom if you lot want to stay down here.
Sit down.
But as I stated before, you will be out of the protection range, so just be careful. If you wish, you are welcome to purchase some enchantments. Obviously, I'll have to do it privately, as we don't want this to be known that I have this basement, and obviously it's not really legal. Next door, we have the library, if you want to study anything. Up here, we have, well, this would more suit my daughter. Where is she? Looks around and sees you across the other side of the room. Dear, this room would more suit you. This is the shrine
Boo.
to Odia. Yeah.
I would have followed, but the internet shit on my laptop at the moment.
Right. I'll drag you over.
Thank you.
So this room is the shrine to Odia. You're welcome to have a look inside. The room would be unlocked. In here, and she pulls out a set of keys and unlocks the door. This is our jail cell, so if we ever capture someone, we can just chuck them in there.
I know exactly who the fuck I'm throwing in there.
No shit.
And before you think about it, you're not putting that poor child in there.
Oh.
I was thinking Rook.
Yeah, I was thinking Rook as well.
Well, if you want to think Rook, then I'm more than happy to throw Rook in there. Just let's keep it on the down low that you have Rook in here, because if he is found here, it is on my property.
It's like, I'm not a normal mom. I'm a cool mom. That's what it gave me. I'm sorry.
You can do what you like as long as I know that it's safe. You guys can smoke weed in here. It's fine.
I forgot to set it.
As long as I'm here watching you, you know.
Sorry, I'm just setting it.
Who closed the door on me?
There.
No, don't do that. No, fine. You guys want the door closed on me? Fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fix up the lighting in here. Sorry, I've got it set so that it's got specific lights. Check that one over in this corner. And I'll just fix up this lighting because I just realized I never really put them in the right spots. So I think I was thinking of like the lighting and how it would affect the gameplay. So that's probably why there's not that many light tokens around the map. Well, that's most of the rooms. There is the last room, which hopefully Reginald has done what I asked him to do. How do I put this? Now that you lot are going to be really doing adventuring, additionally to that, how do I put this? Going around all of Astrial, and just dealing with these cultists and protecting all of, well, Astrial. Raising that dragon, protecting Maven, just doing all kinds of things for Astrial. I'm leaving this to your disposal, this whole place. Use it. You're welcome to come and go from my manor. There is another entrance to this place. It is accessed from the outside. You'll see what I mean when you enter the last room. But just know that this place is yours. Just use it. Use it however you wish. I want you lot to feel at home. It's the best way to describe it. And yeah. Sorry, I'm I don't know how to really describe it. This is bringing a lot of memories back to me. Anyway, let's head back to the last room, and I will show you. Don't open the door. And we'll head to the last room.
For reference, when Rose is saying like, I want this place to feel like home. Like Azores kind of has that face of like, yeah, my home's close, but not here.
Yeah. I think she'll probably notice it as well, but she doesn't say anything. Well,
You catch up to me, just I'll
Lucinia,
put my hand on the door.
you could have waited, dear.
You were taking too long.
She basically opens the door, and you can see you immediately get a cold, like, mass of air as you open the door. It's like a large open cave, and standing at the other end is what appears to be a black cloaked figure wearing a mask, and they stand there motionless. And basically Rose steps in. Ah, there you are. And I will show you what they look like. It's like the cloak is like gently billowing in the wind. They have like multiple daggers strapped to their sides.
Well, aren't you a dramatic one?
Well, I wanted to at least give you a show. Welcome to Madam's secret training basement. We never really came up with a name. Perhaps you lot will. But
The hideout.
The hideout, probably the best to call it for now. But you are welcome to use this place. Use it however you wish. Both Madame Rose and doesn't say anything. They used to use this quite frequently, especially when they were done with their adventures. When I had met them and came into their service, I frequently used this place for my own personal business. Until I retired. But I am welcome to come out of my retirement and aid you in however you need me. Think of me as an asset, a resource.
You need Dad.
Probably just sits there like,
You like laughing.
yeah.
For fuck's sake, man.
No.
Oh,
Well, let's see what you've got then. There are dummies behind you.
Make a history check. See if one remembers any stories
Okay.
of who this is.
I've set a DC for you. So
Yeah.
go away. I figured you'd do something like this, so. You don't really need to roll, to be honest. As in assassin knowledge, this was once a top guild, like feared amongst the land. A lot of them went into retirement. The guild sort of like slowly decreased after that. They were very well known for their non-lethal approach, especially for that devil's tongue poison that they used.
Right, can I have some of that devil tongue poison?
But like looking at Rook's like Reginald's like outfit. Sorry, I don't know why Rook came into my mind then. Reginald's outfit.
It starts with R.
It's Rook under disguise. Kill him.
It starts with R. That's probably what it was. And I looked at assassin because I've got it as brackets in assassin outfit because
Yeah.
This is just a copy of his character sheet, but with just that addition to it. But yeah, like, Reginald's outfit, it's one of the top 3 in that guild. Like, his name was Reg Grell, quoted as the Devil's Skull.
Okay. Black would probably like hint at that. She'd probably go, "It's nice to see you in your old clothes again, Skull."
What?
So you're directly saying that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
he
yeah.
probably, you wouldn't see it, but you could tell, like, he physically has that sort of look. And he smirks, like, it would be full on a smirk underneath that mask. He'll take it off, looks at you, still with a smirk on his face. Well, I'm quite flattered that you would recognize me.
Who wouldn't?
Oh my god!
More backstory, bitches.
You know each other?
Well,
Stories here and there.
I am, how do I put this? One of the best in my time. I may have lost my prime years, but I am still quite capable. And he shoots 2 bolts, like basically just like quickly snaps an arm up behind him, not even looking at the targets, with 2 bolts loaded in the like wrist crossbow that he's got attached to his outfit, and both of the bolts hit dead bang in the center on the head.
You haven't lost your touch.
Teach me how to fucking
guys
do that.
know
That's
each
so
other.
cool.
Going.
Do you guys
Teach me how
know
to do
each
that.
other?
We wouldn't know each other directly, madam.
Yeah. He's one of the
more
top
of-
3. Who fucking hasn't heard of him? Like, he's legendary in the assassin world.
We try
Oh.
to remain on the low in the common world, but yes, in the assassin guilds, we were definitely feared as the best of the non-lethal. Your guild, from what I can gather, would have been... It would have been... Not one that I'd be familiar with. Is it one of the newer ones?
Fortunately, it is.
My time is still, how do I put it, quite a couple years ago, so definitely not from when you were around. But, madam, I have set up what you needed on the table if you wish to have a look around. And Reginald will walk over to the table, taking a seat.
Cool, let's go. And Black just like walks on past.
Run over up to the table.
So, for reference, Rose would see the one open with the book and walks around it. Taking
Oh.
Maven with her, and she sits in this one. Maven will stand directly behind her.
Maven, come sit.
But there isn't enough seats.
Yes, there is.
Well, dear, please leave that seat blank.
You can sit in. Black could sit on your lap, Maven, if you want.
Yeah, that is.
Even you can sit in my seat.
Okay. And she like sits down. Well, please come sit. Just preferably not in the one opposite to me.
gonna like start like wiping away like the flour. On both Maven and
Yeah. I'm not going to question the flower on your two faces, but Lucinia, please sit down if you wish.
Rose patting Summer.
Yep.
I would prefer to stand.
Right. Well. Welcome.
Oh, that looks familiar.
So yeah, for reference, you can freely look around the place as you are. This is like an open cave that they've built into. So the open section that you see, that is a waterfall. That is like sort of a cover that covers like the entrance to this area. So like
Okay.
the statue
way
you can
down.
see is holding water. That's clearly being caught from the waterfall. But probably looking at it, you would see it ever so often. There's a flash of light that skims across the surface of it, and it seems to protrude that there's an illusion there. Well, welcome to, I guess, your first time being in here. I just want to say that, as I stated before, this place is free use to you lot. You can come down here whenever you wish. I want this to be a safe haven for all of you. Maven, do be warned if you ever come down here that the barrier does not penetrate through here. So that means that third moon can come down here and acquire you if he discovers it. Additionally, I would like to note that my senses do not penetrate through here. I do not know where any of you are down here, so I will be physically walking around the holes trying to find you. Lastly, there is a lot going on here. More than I can handle myself. I'm a retired adventurer. I don't want to go back out into the field. I mean, I've had encounters here and there where you lot have saved me in the past. And I am grateful for you being there, but I am happy now just being the council member that I'm supposed to be.
That's right.
Probably have to minus Rook now. I just hope that it doesn't go deeper, seeing that Rook was trying to get ozone as well as coal on their side. So I just hope
Just
it doesn't
precautions,
expand.
everyone.
Yes. I think I'll let Thunder know in the morning, as well as Flash. I mean, I'll keep probably Astrial and Wisp out of it for now, but looks to all of you. You'll lot get some rest when you can. Feel free to have a wander. Looks to you, Ruby. I can tell I may have woken you up before you could get to sleep. So, dear, feel free to head to bed. But this place, make it your home. It's yours to use as you wish. I mean, I'm never going to be down here that much.
It's under my home, so it's my home.
Yes, it brings too much bad memories for me. Do be careful over there, Lucinia, as That is a waterfall with a lot of force behind it, and there is
Yes,
no
I'm-
floor underneath.
Yes, yes.
Um,
I'll keep that in mind, mother.
Sorry, I'm a parent, so that's going to happen a lot. As you are under my house,
Of course.
quite literally. Additionally,
So I get a second mum? Fuck yeah!
sure, dear.
Lord, mummy.
That's what
Hey!
you want. Anyway, Phyllis kind of like slaps herself as she says that. Reginald, he is at your disposal. Use him as your eyes and ears if you wish. He's a very well-trained assassin. He can sneak into almost anywhere. Acquire whatever you wish him to acquire. I mean, I was wishing to send him off to go try and get those deeds, but you lot decided to do that, so I backed down. Additionally, use these resources laid out in front of me. She basically opens up a map of Ganas as well as the world map of Astrial. There's also some blueprints of like buildings and stuff like that. A crystal bowl, which that appears to be. There's a rope, a small canteen full of water. A gold pouch that has money sprayed out over the like table. Probably leave the gold, but yes, use this place as you wish. If you want to learn how to do alchemy, I was saying that before. Reginald, you're an excellent alchemist, aren't you? Well, madam, I can create a lot of potions. I'm familiar with creating potions of invisibility, potions of healing, poisons, anything you really want me to teach you how to make, I'm more than capable of doing so. You might have to acquire the ingredients to do so.
I'm interested.
Yes, well, if you're interested, I am more than happy to teach you. It might take you a few months, as it's not something you can easily pick up.
I think I was gonna.
I can teach you.
Excellent.
Anyone else interested? I'm more than happy to teach. Nope, going once, going twice. I am sold only to the brew.
Sorry, what?
Every now and again.
I was talking to your girlfriend.
Right, madam. I do not have a girlfriend, but
I'm interested, thank you.
Oh, you are, Zero? Excellent. Well,
I don't know if I said yes to, but I'm saying yes.
perhaps tomorrow.
Learning alchemy.
You are welcome to come down here. I'll be spending some time down here alone tonight. But I will be making some potions for the lot of you. Use them wisely, as I only have the ingredients for these potions. But if you bring me any ingredients you find, feel free to head into the shops before you come down and purchase some ingredients. You can buy basic ingredients. The more rarer things you'll have to go find and acquire, but I know how to make. Give me a second. Where's DDB items? And search in potion.
But talking about items, Maven, can you hand this to Rose? And like hands the deed.
Oh, the deed. Yes. She like hands it over and it's just like, oh, well, perhaps reaches over the table and reaches over towards you, Azura. Perhaps that's best suited for you, dear.
Yeah, Ezra grabs it and looks at it, reads it over.
Yes,
And
like
then looks
it'd
at
probably
you
be like
too.
folded over in like a letter form. But yeah, like, you open it up. Inside is the deed to your parents' farm. You can clearly see, like, it's written full in detail. Like, there is a signature for Rook's initials and signature and stuff like that. And then your grandmother, like, she's written down, like, your normal, I should say. She's written down the signature as well.
Well,
I
it was
right.
fortunate, so
Didn't why do I keep on forgetting names?
I think it was Ozone.
Ozone.
Yeah,
Didn't
meant
Ozone say
forward.
that he found it in the trash?
Yep, but she wasn't there. She was popping out, remember?
Yeah. That's basically what Black's gonna say. Black's just like Ozone mentioned something about it being in the trash. Your grandmother must have thrown it out, and Rook found it.
Then signed it without a witness.
Forging your mother's signature, of course. Or whoever she is to you.
Both of you. I'm sure she'll be very happy to hear that you managed to recover this before Rook could, well, get away with stealing her farm, our farm.
It was the least we could do.
Well, in my line of work, he definitely had the right idea on how to acquire the deeds, but let's be grateful that you have acquired it.
Yeah, Licinia is kind of wanted as well.
Looks toward Licinia. Well, I can perhaps...
But now the Time Guards also
Sway
know
that.
that the Moon Assassins are here.
Right, it's the Moon Assassins. Talking about that, if you wish me to, I will be more than happy to look into it. I'll probably try to avoid the higher ranking elites, but probably find some lower level hideouts, we'll say.
Yeah, just don't go anywhere near his office.
Azora's gonna chime in. When I woke up, Winter was with me.
Oh, Winter?
I
Look
don't-
directly at Black. What did you? Did she?
I did nothing.
Good. Just making sure.
No, Azora looks to Rose. Winter left the circle in my room. She wanted to make sure I was okay. She had some news to pass on to me, to you guys. She was sent on a mission with some of the other owls. They investigated into the second moon, went to their home, and she was the only one to come back.
Right, so who went with her then? Just an elite lot of troops?
Yes, her and Hoof, and then some of the best.
Oh, that really bossing owling.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not good at all.
she hasn't heard from him.
Well, I hope they eventually hear back. Well, it is getting quite late. I'm going to head to bed, but feel free to hang around. Yes, well, good night. I will see you lot tomorrow.
Azora's gonna get up and follow Rose. this is something that she wants to speak to Rose to privately.
Yep. I'll do that outside then. We'll just go out here. Open the door for you. What's everyone else doing? Reginald's just sitting there in the chair.
I'm gonna be like, so if you teach me how to do the alchemy stuff, could you also teach me how you shot like that? Because that was fucking cool.
It's pretty easy.
Well,
It is?
looks to
I mean-
black.
For you, it's probably going to be fucking hard because you're a beginner.
Yeah, well, it takes a lot of practice. For me, it took.
I
me
can
couple
shoot a
years.
bow well enough, but it looks like it's a different way of doing it, so...
A bow would be a lot more difficult. I do know someone back in my guild who is quite proficient with bows. He was able to hit someone from about almost 300 feet and hit their leg with precision.
It's more that I've recently come into an acquaintance, as you know, with a gun or pistol.
Well, I'm more than happy to teach you how to use a firearm. I'm not too good with firearms, but I've had experience.
That's all I really need. Again, I'm a beginner, but with a bow, I'm much more proficient with that.
Right.
But I would like to learn how to use this as well.
Also,
Additionally,
you guys cook chips?
Huh?
Did you guys cook chips?
Maybe.
no, and she, like Maven pulls out a chip from her pocket on her shirt and just puts it in her mouth. Pocket chips.
Pocket chips.
That's what I was smelling.
We made fish and chips.
That is completely
Surprised you
fine.
didn't burn the kitchen down.
Actually, I do need to clean the kitchen. Shit.
It's okay. I am more than capable of going to do that for you lot. I'll probably do it a bit later, but
It's a bit powdery in there, just saying. We had a bit of a mishap with
nothing
the
I
flour.
can't handle.
Okay. Sorry.
Additionally, I can make you a lot of potions. Tonight I'll be crafting a couple health potions, just enough to at least heal you when you're in a situation. I do know how to create resistance sort of potions, so let's say fire resistance or resistance to poison or something. I do know how to also craft a potion of invisibility, so you can go invisible. An additional one I have that takes me a bit of practice, but well, not really practice, more so a lot of components. I have potion of mind reading as well as potion of mind control for humanoids.
Holy shit. And what kind of ingredients go in that?
Quite a lot. One that I won't really recommend you lot to acquire. It's quite easy to acquire if you're willing to do it, which is a finger of a human or humanoid. So
Milo!
you could cut your own finger off. I won't recommend it, but that is one of the requirements for the potion. An additional potion I can craft, if you want me to, is a potion of water breathing. As I did use that quite a frequent amount in my days. And obviously I do know how to create a lot of poisons. One being our most famous poison, the Devil's Tongue, but I don't have any ingredients for it, as it is quite a expensive potion to craft. For Lucinia, who's currently over at that little altar with the book on it, it
Yes.
seems to be a prayer book. It is dedicated to Odia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm. I read through a couple of pages, but just barely take any of it in.
Yeah, it's just a thing about how Odia came to be a goddess and all that.
Yeah. Following these greater beings. Such a waste.
Atheism in a D&D world.
Yep.
Oh my god, you're a flat earther.
It's not that they don't believe the world is flat. It's more so like they how atheists work in D&D is like they know that there is beings of greater power, but they just see them as titans. Pretty much.
I think the term would be agnostic
Yeah.
in this. Kind of like how
Don't go out yet
the
because they need to have their conversation.
kind of like how the Dwemer are in the Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
They know that the gods exist, but they just don't care for them.
Yep. Alright. You guys done with your conversation over at the table?
Well, yeah.
Cool.
Um,
Panning over to
I'm probably gonna do that stuff the next night because it's been a long day.
That's fair. Like do it tomorrow, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So Azura, you're welcome to move up to Rose to have this conversation.
Yeah, she walks a bit faster to like catch up to Rose.
Oh,
And
hello.
sort of yeah. Hey Rose. And like they can walk and talk and have this conversation. I wanted to mention something else to you, but I thought perhaps it may be best to not talk to the party about it yet.
Right. What is it?
Well, you know how we saw the first moon, right? You and Ruby are in that room too.
Yes, yes. I do remember seeing a small glimpse of you. It was quite fuzzy, but I did see you.
That was the reason why I didn't wake up.
Right. I remember seeing one of those black tendrils swing towards you. Did it manage to get hold of you? I'm assuming so, because you did black out.
Izard nods. Yeah, he grasped onto my mind and kind of held me there.
Interesting. Well, I'm... Are you okay? Did he hurt you? Did he do anything to you?
I believe he wasn't able to physically hurt me because I wasn't there. It was just my mindset that was there. But
Yes, your body was definitely here, and physically, but
it was more the things that he spoke about that concerns me.
Okay, go on.
He was asking me questions. I wouldn't actually give him any answers.
That's a smart option. But do be careful that they do take note of that.
Well, I was giving him answers, but not like answers. It was like he would ask me the question of like, do I plan on raising the dragon, or like has the dragon been born? And I would reply with, well, you already know that answer. So just like smarter, kind of, yeah. You know
Smart
what I'm
ass
trying
answers,
to.
yes.
I'm more concerned about what he told me, though. Well, I'm not from this world, Rose. And And he spoke. He said, "Your blood, not of this world. It would be tasty to have." And he teleported behind me and grazed his mouth full on my neck. It just, I don't know, it really chilled me out.
So that's specifically what he said. So your blood isn't from this world, and it will be tasty, sort of thing.
Yeah, basically.
Do a intelligence check to see if she can figure that out. Actually, yeah, I'll do an intelligence. It couldn't be. When... How do I put this? When me and Ruby's father were adventurers, our group, when we were adventuring in, I'm gonna remember the freaking place. Give me a moment while the map loads, because it's having a hissy fit. Come on. Come on, just load that map. Load that map. I know you don't want to, but load that map. Just do it the old-fashioned way. Don't even know if I can do it the old-fashioned way. Do I have the map? I don't even know if I've got the map of the world. I'm just gonna reload the page because it's having a tantrum. Right. Give me a moment. I can't remember the place because I can't get the map up, but
Okay, you don't have to go into that kind of detail.
yeah, no,
It's fine.
it's just so that way you can get the rough idea. So if you want to refer to the map later on, you can. Well, I can't remember the place for the love of me, but basically, it was a sky island. A very small one. It's a small town, to be precise. We were sent there as there was reports of missing people. And this particular town was very unique. A lot of the reports were coming from out of town, from people that were visiting the town. But the town itself, when we arrived, they were very friendly, very nice and kind. The taverns were very friendly. Later one of the nights, when we were visiting the tavern, we were visited that night. Very pale young man asked if he could come in. He wanted to chat some things with us, so we let him in. Very stupid idea, as having the conversation. He asked us about what our business was here, and we said we're visiting, as we're wondering why there's been so many disappearances. And this person, they declared that there wasn't many disappearances that he knew of, but he did know of a couple. It was mostly people that were travelers, merchants, outsiders from the city, town, I should say. But there was something off. I asked my husband, and he felt the same thing. The others didn't really notice it, but we did. It was a good thing that we did, because that's the night we lost one of our friends. He was a young human. Probably in his mid-30s. He used to have one missing arm. He was very skilled at casting spells, though. How do I put this without really going into gruesome details? That night, we were sleeping in our rooms. A mist entered our room that we were staying in. Because we did like to share the rooms at the time. A mist entered the room, a black mist to be precise. I woke up to it as I felt cold and chilly, especially a pain around my neck. I woke to see a figure standing over me, latched to my neck. A vampire. It was the same man that we had let in, trusted. Apparently, we let him in, so he was welcome to come again. What I'm trying to say is, this whole island was full of vampires, and that one experience that we had, it gives me that same vibe. That possibly the first moon could be a vampire. And from just looking at them, they're not only a vampire, they're a changeling. So this will add a far scarier perceptive. We could have already met them, and we wouldn't have known it. So, when you're out there, dear, be careful.
Zora, like, her hands, like, crept up to her neck again. It's just instinctively, like, rubbing the area where he had rubbed his lips over.
His finger over.
And she, like, yeah, but still, it's just the presence of his mouth was close to her ears and he was touching her and everything like that. That's a very sensual feeling, okay, babe?
I'm aware. I know what you're trying to say.
And she, like, takes a deep breath, nods. I understand. She, like, looks back towards the door where she knows the others are. What I've learned from what you just told me is can't trust anyone at this point.
Unfortunately, that's the case. I think where I might get you lot to be heading next is head somewhere safe, but you need to understand what this dragon is. Teach it. Get it to know things. Let it grow, but keep on the move. Staying here is dangerous. We've established that. As they clearly get frustrated. They want us to come out. So if you lot are on the move, I'll figure out something to at least protect you lot, so they can't scry on you or something like that. But
That would be a good idea.
yes, I think that would be an excellent idea. But right now, head to maybe back to Zabras, or head to Philstrand, or even explore some new continents that you haven't been to before. Just do something, explore the world, maybe you'll uncover some new things about your destiny.
Okay. My destiny. Our destiny. Everyone's destiny. It's interesting. Always knew I was different. Didn't realize it'd be this different.
Mm-hmm.
Can you promise me though that when we head out, can you look after my grandparents?
I
I'm
will.
scared that because of what.
You know, I've been thinking of it quite a lot, dear, and I'll ask them personally if they want to stay here.
I'm just scared that they will use them to get to me, like they've already tried.
I'll see to that they don't, but I might. I'm quite tight on money at the moment, but I'll use what I have left to at least get them the protection they need.
Thanks, Rose. I really appreciate it. I do. I've always appreciated how you've supported our family.
You're a lovely lot of people. I just wish Ruby could have seen that a little bit, but her dress.
It's fine. Mistakes happen. With,
Yes. Anyway, I'm going to bed as it is getting very late and I'm very tired.
Yeah, sorry. Have a good sleep, Rose.
Thank you. You too. She heads off. Over up. Well, see, yeah, this is when probably like you can open the door and you'll see like clearly they've had a conversation.
Are you back in chat, Dylan?
What's
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when you can open the door and you'll see them like basically having that conversation and then they've finished and then they walk out. Like walk off. Walk off.
Oh, hi, Lucinia.
Yes. They're still.
Yes.
They're still.
Oh, you go, Dylan.
They're still going on about other stuff. Thought I'd get a head start. And what about you?
Oh, I just wanted to ask, Rose, if she could look after my grandparents.
Fair enough. Especially seeing as what they've been through.
Yeah. They're gonna get in danger, and as we travel along, there's things that are soon to happen, and they're gonna be in danger because of me. So I wanted to have just that sense that at least they can be protected.
I feel like they would be in danger regardless of your position.
I'm not talking about the farm and the deeds. I'm talking about the dragon and me.
Oh.
The sun assassin did try to find out where I was through Manonor.
Yes, but the Sun and Moon assassins seem to be working with Rook, who had the deed to your family's place.
So much going on. So many secrets uncovering, and he, like, looks at Lashinia, looks at their mask, and kind of like gestures for them to continue walking and talking
Yep.
down the corridor.
That,
Yeah. Lashinia,
yes.
can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Slowly, do you still in? Are you a changeling?
What a ridiculous notion. Of course not. I've heard those. I've heard they've all gone into seclusion.
Exactly the reason why you would deny it.
This would probably be a deception check, I'm guessing.
It's
I'm gonna declare this. Take it how you want. So
Yeah.
this can be
the
completely
role playing
how.
here.
Yeah, like this is complete roleplay, so it's up to Stace how she interprets it.
Yeah. I mean, I got a 24 anyway, so.
I mean, it's curious what my insight is. Yeah, I wouldn't be that anyway. Yeah, Azora looks at Ashinia again. Guess that's what they say, wouldn't they? I just want you to know that you can trust me. We all have our secrets after all. And I promise I wouldn't share with anyone else if you actually were.
There's no need for that. Perhaps one day you will find out what I am.
Maybe. But for now, you can be the first one in the party to find out personally. I found out some of my heritage.
Oh, is that so?
Turns out I came from outer space. So I understand secrets and
You mean from this? Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Zora like stops and like looks at Lashinia. What do you mean it doesn't make sense?
Well, how did you end up here?
My Nonor and Papa, as you obviously guessed, aren't my actual Nonor and Papa. They found me when I was a baby. A comet flew overhead of our farm and landed in one of the small islands just below our farm. And so they went to investigate, and when they found the asteroid, it kind of popped open, and inside was me. I literally fell from the sky,
Don't forget the battle axe.
and yeah, my battle axe was lying in there beside me. I had a vision later that night too, after they told me. A vision of me being transported as a baby from another planet. I kind of remembered racing through the stars and a million miles per hour and eventually plummeting here in Ganas.
Well, I would ask details, but I'm sure as a baby, you wouldn't have any.
No,
Yes.
what I've told you is basically everything I know so far. I'm hoping to find out more, and I'm kind of hoping my battle axe, you saw how unique it is, may hold some answers.
Hmm. It is rather strange.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you have any reason to lie to me.
No,
And such a strange story, I'm sure that you wouldn't be able to make it up even if you tried.
yeah, it would be a very hard story to come up with.
Well, so which way were you heading anyway? I was going to go over to this room here. Pointing over to the left room.
I left my battle axe upstairs, and my belly is growling. I believe I've skipped a meal or something. I'm not sure. I feel like I've skipped a meal.
Right. Can't work on an empty stomach.
No, definitely not.
I'll let you get to it then.
Good night, Lyshinia. Look after yourself.
You too.
Yeah. Zora will start heading up the stairs and patting Samsung.
Alright, cut to the others who's still at the table. What are you guys doing?
We're currently covered by pets.
I did
Yeah. So
You look on,
I was like,
you look
oh
on
my god,
dis,
that's so cute.
you look on Discord.
Hmm.
If I could screen
Check
capture
in.
that right now, I literally would. That is adorable.
He's so cute.
That would
So,
be a
so
video right
Ruby
there.
would have already walked to the to her room. But because I haven't been able to, look at this. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cute. He's so adorable.
So you're already heading to your room then?
Yeah.
I'll just hide your ticket now.
Talking no good fucking hear me.
You're muted.
Black would start training on the water course.
Yep. So basically, like, there's a book that displays how it works.
Yeah.
So it's got two settings, which one is just basic, and then two is advanced. It has detailed on how it works. So basic is just it's non-moving, and advanced is the platforms move.
Yeah,
Pulling
Black
back,
probably start with basic.
What was that? You're starting with basic.
Yeah.
Yep. Do me 3 simultaneous acrobatics checks. Cool. And now can collect that up. Because this works uniquely. It's the same with the combat course. And then what's your dexterity?
18.
18.
Yep.
What's the modifier?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. I need to go into my dice app. Where is it? long process for this because I wanted to make it really unique. Yep. Alright.
Bye.
So yeah, you can so where are you starting? Just there?
Yeah.
So you jump across to where you want to jump.
Probably there to start with. Oh god.
Mhm.
Then there
Yep.
and there.
Yep.
Is that my 3? Do I have to roll more?
Nope. You're allowed to jump to wherever you want. So I'll let you know. The first one is to determine how it goes. The second one
Yep.
is basically balance check, and the last one is your spacing. And then the reason why I get your dex is I'm dividing the total by your modifier, so that gives me a rough estimate of how it's gonna go for a full thing. So the lower, the better, because how I'm using it is a D20. Basically, if you can get that mid-ground point, it's pretty good. If you can get up into that 20th sort of area, it's pretty shit. If you get up to that really low point, it's really good. Yeah, so you get to about there. The last portion's this area is slightly lit up. You get to that last portion. Can you do one last one?
Oh, we love to see it.
Yeah,
We
say how
love
this
to
happens.
see it.
You're jumping between them, and then you get to that platform, and you run across the platform. Then you use your front paws to do a front somersault, landing on your back paws, so your actual legs, and then you spring off of that and land on your hands for the last one, and then you land on the platform.
Body.
Yeah, you can run over and step onto the lever and flick it.
Yeah.
Which sort of echoes throughout this room, but you can hear this loud trumpet sort of noise where it's just "dur, dur, dur, dur." And
Yep.
then basically a bridge extends out from the platform, moving the pillars to the side, so it'd be sort of like this. If I can draw a square, it would be that, extended out to that. I'll need to move this over. Forgot to move the map over, but yeah, so it's pretty much like that.
Yeah, you forget to move the map over.
Hey, they don't need to watch you parkouring. But yeah, pretty much like that.
Yeah. You just run across.
And once you get to the other side, it just closes off again and resets. We'll jump over to Lucinia. What are you doing? Just practicing martial arts? Lucinia, you there? Dylan, my good friend Dylan, you there? You there, buddy? You there?
You're dead.
Silent. He's gone dead. He's crashed again, probably. I don't know. What's the brew doing?
I mean,
It's Maven's
Yes.
just sitting there, probably slightly drifting off a little bit, but Reginald notices and just don't worry about her. I'll put her to bed for you.
okay. Brew's just gonna get up and he was gonna go brush her hair out of her face, but remember that she doesn't like being touched, so he doesn't do that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make his way over to the training grounds, I guess, but I think he's just gonna go up to the mansion. He's a bit exhausted after today.
That's fair.
So, yeah, he's gonna leave the training for tomorrow.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna head off to bed, and I'm in my bed this time, not in Ruby's.
Fair enough. Alright. So Reginald will come out with Maven and just like carries her towards like the alchemist room.
You're just gonna say, I'm gonna come in with and learn from you tomorrow, if that's okay.
That would be fine. I'm just going to take Maven in here and just put it on the carpet for now.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want me to carry her up there?
If you wish, you can. I do not mind.
I can take her, don't worry.
And that will be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
So I'm gonna, yeah, I'll just carry her to her bed.
Yep. That's just so that way we know she's down there. There we go. So everyone else, they're just doing training for now, and then they're gonna go to bed?
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys spend some time training, and then eventually head off to bed. Eventually falling to sleep. So for some of you, the night you drift off, have happy dreams. For a couple of you, some unique things happen. I'm going to pick one of the three, because there's three of you that are going to be affected tonight. And I think I have a perfect one to start with. Lacinia.
You.
You drift off eventually. Probably tuck it out from practicing and sparring on the dummy. And yeah, you drift off in the comfy bed that you used to. Yeah, you feel cold, as if you're floating in water. Laying on your back in the water, your head's slowly bobbing in the water. You like suddenly shudder up, realizing what's going on, and then you're like standing in a pool of water. It's now like about at your waist. You look around, the room sort of slowly illuminates, kind of like into a cave. Seems to be like sort of a quote-unquote circle-ish cave. But you can see spewing down the sides of the cave is a golden waterfall. And then sitting on a small rock staring towards you, that's familiar presence that you've seen before. Black,
So you wish to
nine-tailed
speak again.
fox.
Been quite some time.
I've been thinking for quite a while. I know you have declined my offer many, many times. And a lot of your friends have declined my offer, which infuriates me, to be honest. I want one of you to form a pact with me. As together we would be stronger, you see. You've already acquired one shard, which has benefited me quite a bit. And I do need more, you see, to be stronger, so we can take out the greater threats. But I have been sitting here, listening, learning, You lot have new threats that I wasn't aware of. This moons and the suns that you speak of. I am quite interested in those 6. I want to learn everything about them, in fact. But your time, I'm giving you a time limit, you see. As you might notice, your little mind is currently filling up with my presence.
I
You have
suppose
a
it is.
choice. Form a pact with me right now, if you wish, and I'll grant you all my benefits. You'll still have your benefits. Think of it as quote unquote an extra character sheet. Or you can sacrifice some of your own knowledge, form that same pact with me, and you can grow stronger that way. But here's the twist to the first option. Obviously, forming that pact, you'll still have your original knowledge, but you'll be weakened. You won't have as much of your strength or your dexterity. Your choice.
And if I choose to refuse again?
If you choose to refuse, I'll choose for you.
You will be granted all of your power. Why is it that you want to form a pact so much?
Well, if I choose for you, it wouldn't be willingly, you see, so the bond wouldn't be as strong. Meaning, your weakened vessel would be far more, how do I put it, vulnerable to this threat.
Perhaps I should rephrase. Why is it that you wish to form a pact? Isn't it enough that we're gathering the shards for you?
My pact is what makes it more strong, you see. I am a hexblade, you see. A blade forged for its holder. My soul, my essence, has been bound to this blade, creating more power. My physical form, it resides somewhere in the mountains, but you, these looks towards you with these bleeding golden eyes. You had a connection to that Dragonborn, and I want to use that.
There are plenty of others with us, but I don't know how willing they are to accept your pact.
Your orcish friend had some interest, but not full interest. I want you to be the one to wield me into battle one day. But if you don't want me to, I can always try that child. The new one that you've acquired. What was their name again? Maven? She has magical properties. Perhaps I can help her hone that.
You seem to be pushing me into a corner.
I'm just giving you options, and your options are running out. Like the water slowly raises to probably about your chest now.
All right, but we make a deal. Do you understand?
I'm all for a deal.
Once we have gathered all of your shards, you will release me from the pact.
Deal. But my question, lastly, is what deal are we going with? Do you want to sacrifice some of your knowledge, or aka lose a level in Monk, or B, create a whole new sheet?
Can it be lose a level in Rogue instead?
Yes.
Hang on.
Think of it as you're switching to Warlock.
Yeah.
Or you can really
Let's
go all
see.
three. Which would be extremely overpowered in my world.
I will sacrifice a portion of my knowledge, and if I enjoy your power, I will sacrifice a little bit more.
Good. The water suddenly, like, washes over you. This golden light fills your vision. It kind of swirls around you as well as, like, it's flickering over your vision. The water itself, like, it kind of, like, is overpoweringly forcing you to, like, open your mouth for a second. You gasp for air, and you're like, this golden water rushes into your mouth. You awake, it's morning, the sword is now by your side. So feel free to take off whatever you want and add Warlock, and it has to be Hexblade.
Yep. Well, I'm on level 4, so I can't exactly. Yeah.
Now, while you do that, leave that one for last. Ruby.
Yes.
I forgot to write this up. Where is it? I just need to quickly add these things to the journal. This is just basic descriptions for now.
Mel, come here.
Let Hermione be. She got fur on it.
There's fur everywhere. Milo's shedding and it's going everywhere.
Yep. And what was the last?
Like absolutely everywhere.
Nope. Ow. I think it's bedtime for me.
I think it is.
But the bars.
I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m.
How much longer is this gonna be,
Right,
Tim? She needs to
very
sleep.
quickly, it's
Who's
for
3
reference,
people?
honey. You are the last person for this thing. So, Ruby, for you, you drift off. You're suddenly awoken. You're in a familiar room. It's actually the same meeting room that you had previously entered. However, there's now unique people sitting at this table. You can see what appears to be Reginald, but he looks younger. Sitting across from your seat, which appears to be where your mother was sitting, you can see a green fire ganassi. He looks towards you, nods, and then he writes down in a book. You can then see what appears to be a one-armed human, who clearly raised this arm up in the air, and he's doing all sorts of gestures and stuff like that. And across from him is a dwarf, and he has a massive sword strapped to his back, and he's sitting there clearly in an argument with this other person. Then across from them is what appears to be a white sort of humanoid, and then basically they sort of quickly change their face into this one-armed human, and they sit there mockingly doing the same thing that they're doing, and then the human turns towards them and flips them off. And then you just get up from your seat and just yell at them, and then they all just suddenly go into silence, and then you sit back down. It then
For your mother's eyes. I'm so
cuts.
stressful. I just I need to see Dad.
then cuts to another scene. You appear to be in a tavern. Clearly was bedtime. You have woken up, and then there's a sharp pain on your neck. You can feel something biting into your neck when suddenly you look up and you can see this pale humanoid figure. Their eyes just black as night, staring into your soul. It terrifies you. You can feel you're terrified. And then suddenly these green flames flick over them, and then a golden light slams down, chopping their head off. You can then see what appears to be your father standing behind her, a very young looking version of them. He says something that you can't hear. For some weird reason, the sound is just unaudible. It's very mumbly and just staticky. The dwarf runs over and says something, and kind of in a very deep staticky voice. Then the changeling runs over and checks on that person, and then they look over to the bed next to them, where Rose was sleeping, and he clearly had the same fate that Rose was about to have. Blood completely drained from their body, and it feels heartbroken. You feel you've just lost your best friend. The dream cuts to another scene where you're now out in a field and you're fighting what appears to be a powerful looking lich. Your father, the Green Fire Ganassi, he raises his blade up towards this lich, and then says something, and a gateway opens up behind them, and the changeling runs towards them and like basically goes to like shove them in with like a spell, and the lich uses some sort of spell to push them back. The dwarf then like goes to try and quickly catch the changeling, where basically from behind the changeling and the dwarf, as like he manages to catch the changeling, just like barely because he's a dwarf, but like he uses the dwarf as a jumping pad and launches himself, like doing an epic sort of scene in slow-mo sort of thing to you, what you can see. And then basically slices the arm off this lich and then shoves them towards the portal. The lich with his last arm grabs hold of like the Ganassi, your like the husband to Rose, the father to you, and pulls them into this gateway that's been opened up, and it just slams shut. You can then feel a sudden realization of like, no one can open that now. Only he could. Suddenly, your mind opens up. You can hear your thoughts of what you believe to be your mother's thoughts, to be honest. He's the only one that had the blade. It could only do it once, and he's gone. No! No! And that just echoes throughout your mind. You can then hear the staticky voices now coming into it, like, effect. Rose, we've gotta go. We've gotta find where he's gone. No, you don't understand. He's gone. No, Rose, you don't understand. His minions are coming. And then you can now like see her. She snaps her head, and like all these skeletons with bows are now firing towards her. And like basically the changelings catches an arrow to the head, and he just instantly collapses to the ground. We gotta go before they overrun us. And they start running together, and like they reach a cliff. You can then see Rose like turn and just like, oh dear, please, give us a way out of here. And like a gateway opens up underneath like the cliff, and she jumps off the cliff to land in the gateway. And as like basically the dwarf jumps, an arrow flings into like his leg and knocks him into a spiral. He catches the side of the gateway portal and it just slices it off. He falls down into the cliff. You can then see the scene play out. He splatters on the ground. Rose stands there in pure shock as this whole thing just suddenly happens. The gateway suddenly shut. I don't know what to do. And then the dream ends. Now I'll quickly...
Holy shit!
Stacey. Azura, I should say. For you,
She had enough.
darkness. Just pure darkness. This echoing voice. Oh. I never wanted to contact you, but I thought, now that I'm growing stronger, I might. You know me as Ella. Sorry, Evelyn. I think it was. I don't remember now. It's been a while since I've looked at the token.
Ellen? We know an Ellen Waters.
Yeah, Ellen, I think it was. Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, I seriously mean it. I
Yep,
think it was
Evelyn.
Evelyn Waters.
Yep. Shut up. It is me, Evelyn Waters, but my real name is Kalana Guild Waters. I am the one who took the black dragon egg and hatched it. I wanted to contact you using the only way I can. The dream spell. Simple spell, to be honest. Something you won't be able to cast yet, but maybe one of your friends can do it in the future. I want to
It's so
say
nice.
one thing. I have stopped my companions to try and apprehend your dragon. But bring me Maven. That is all I ask. The dream ends.
Let's say before you end the session, Azura's gonna get up and she's walking to the kitchen. She ain't going back to sleep.
Yep.
Straight up on sleep.
For you, you'd probably wake up and it's probably about 5 a.m. in the morning. For everyone else, it's probably like around about 7 or 8, depending when you guys feel like getting up. But yeah, for Azura very specifically, it's about 5.
Azura's given up and sleeping.
Yeah. What's weirder is there's a note right next to the nightstand.
Oh, shit. I'm assuming I get to open that next session.
Mm-hmm. So that's where we'll leave tonight's session. Thank you all for watching.
Great.
And we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
You are infuriating.